Welcome back to the Skyway. Today is the final round of the Skyway Aston Martin Tournament. We've seen power and design throughout the decades, sport, super and hyper speeds take to the highway in the sky. And now today we see the top four, the best of the best, face off for the title of champion. Most notably, Jackie Midnight faces off against her dear friend Ruby Razor. I spoke to the both of them earlier today during safety checks. This competition means so much to the both of them, but they both agree nothing means more than their friendship. Without any further ado, let's reintroduce ourselves to the finalists of the Skyway Aston Martin Tournament. Congratulations, Sterling Price, driving in Dr. No in Aston Martin DB5 Hot Wheels, weighing 53.4 grams. Jackie Midnight, driving in The Nightmare in Aston Martin Vantage GT3 Hot Wheels, weighing 32.9 grams. Ruby Razor, driving in Clean Cut in Aston Martin DB10, a Hot Wheels, weighing 46.6 grams. Jasper Pierce, driving in Red Devil in Aston Martin DBR1, a Matchbox, weighing 35.3 grams. And there they are, your finalists for the Skyway Aston Martin Tournament. Let's join them up at the start gate for race 1. Ruby Razor starts now in pole position after her dominating 17 points in Group 2. Her dear friend and arguably biggest threat of the race today, Jackie Midnight. Sterling Price and Jasper Pierce side by side in some iconic 20th century beauties in the back row. The moment we've all been waiting for has already begun, and they're off. Ruby Razor leads the pack, followed close by Jackie Midnight. Down the drop, Razor's lead grows, adrift out of turn 2. Midnight jumps to pass, wild down to turn 3. Razor accelerates down the final straight, and Razor takes race 1, followed by Midnight, Price and Jasper Pierce in that order. Ruby Razor with a strong lead as expected. Jackie Midnight riding close in second position as expected. But it's out of turn 2. Ruby Razor drifts. This has historically been a troublesome section of track for Razor. In Group 2, we saw a couple of spin-outs in this section. Luckily this time, she's able to hold on here, and Midnight wastes no time attempting to pass on the inside. Razor blocks with ease, shutting it down before it even starts. Midnight, unwilling to give up, riding bumper to bumper through turn 3. Look at that. And upon exit, she hits the outer wall, popping her up in the air, nearly vertical. And she's really not able to recover from this, and Razor is able to regain control, accelerate, securing her lead through to the finish. Ruby Razor leads the group after race 1 in the final round with 5 points in first position. Jackie Midnight staying close in second position. The consistency of these drivers truly reflects their character on the track. Sterling Price and Jasper Pierce bringing in the rear. I hesitate to say that these vintage designs can't compete with the contemporary speedsters. Let's see if race 2 can change my mind. Sterling Price rides now in pole position, Ruby Razor by his side. The DB5 facing off with the DB10. Is Razor twice as fast? We shall see. Midnight and Pierce being introduced to each other for the very first time, riding side by side now in the back row. And they're off. Price rockets out of the gate. Something is wrong. Razor grinds the medium. Down the drop. Jasper Pierce closing the gap. Passing on the inside. Oh my goodness, what a pass! Whipping through turn 4. And Jasper Pierce takes race 2. Followed by Sterling Price. Is that it? Only 2 drive. Nope. Here comes Ruby Razor. Way behind. And no sign of Jackie Midnight. Oh no. Now let's take a look again at that first straight. While Price rockets ahead, look here, Ruby Razor was popped up, grinding the median and grinding away all her speed. Midnight brought to a halt, trapped behind her, and that's the last we see of Jackie Midnight. Now to this legendary pass. My God, the long game through turn 2, it is truly masterful. Price drifts out of turn 2 to regain control, and that's all Pierce needs to sneak through the wide open inside. This reminds me of Mr. Dark in Group 2 of the Skyway Select Tournament. From then on, it's all his. No one can touch him. This is exactly what Jasper Pierce did in Group 2. finishing last place in the first race, then completely flipping the script in race 2. Ruby Razor still holding on to first position, but Jasper Pierce is now a palpable threat to the leaderboard with 6 points in second position. Sterling Price still stinging after race 2, being passed like Jasper Pierce like that, I completely understand. He remains very much in this race with 5 points, and Jackie Midnight, oh no, this is devastating. She has the skill, she has the drive, but she will need to win back to back if she wants to come anywhere near her performance in Group 1. And wow, Jasper Pierce only now starts in pole position. Jasper Pierce has a 50-50 record of failing to reach the finish when starting in pole position. His speed could be far too much for the first open lane turn, as we saw in Group 2. Sterling Price knows this, and he will have to fire that acceleration from the get-go and be ready to repay the favour of passing Pierce should something go wrong. Midnight needs to play the hits. She needs to stay close to Pierce and always be ready to strike when she can. And Ruby Razor, in the toughest spots of all, will have to fight to break through. Pierce charges down the first straight. Midnight and Price neck and neck. The drop. Can Pierce hold on? He does. Midnight closing the gap. Pierce maintains his lead well ahead. Down the final straight, and Jasper Pierce takes race 3, followed by Midnight, Price, and a distant Ruby Razor. Wow, Jasper Pierce is not wasting any opportunity to take the lead, and in race 3, he has done it. Jackie Midnight stayed true to her superpower, staying close, but it truly was not enough. And out of turn 3, Pierce is unstoppable. Once again, Midnight drifts out of turn 4. We've seen her do this throughout the competition, and it truly hinders any chance of a photo finish. Wow, look at that. Jasper Pierce started the finals from the bottom, and now he is here, starting tall in first position. Look, here's the long and short of it. Ruby Razor and Sterling Price can still win this thing, and Jackie Midnight has one chance to tie it up. But for that reality to manifest, she would need Jasper Pierce and everyone else, quite frankly, to fail to reach the finish line. Now, race 4 is notorious for miracles and tragedies. I just suggest that Midnight better start praying. Starting in pole position for race 4 is certainly a good start. Her pickup is unparalleled, as is her control through the turns as she rides low and wide, cutting that lower inner line as we've seen so many times in the past. But with Jasper Pierce starting one more time in the front, that's enough to worry her, and she should be worried. Here we go, race 4 of the Skyway Aston Martin Tournament. Godspeed and good luck to you. And they're off. Stellar speed. Midnight leads the group. Pierce and Razor side by side. Midnight flies. Razor holds off Pierce. An exquisite turn 3. Out of turn 4, and it's all hers. Midnight takes race 2, and unfortunately Jasper Pierce takes second place, followed by Ruby Razor and Sterling Price in that order. Now, before we take to the leaderboard, let's just revel in the absolute precision and beauty that is Jackie Midnight's nightmare through turn 3. Just perfect. And in all his glory, a story of redemption and absolute determination, Jasper Pierce is your champion of the Skyway Aston Martin Tournament. It truly goes without saying, the driving we've seen in this tournament is some of the most impressive, mature and dynamic the Skyway has seen thus far in our tournament series. A big thank you to Sterling Price, Ruby Razor and Jackie Midnight. We look forward to seeing you all drive again in the future. And just like that, another legend is added to the Hall of Champions here at the Skyway. Jasper Pierce, one of the more promising drivers from the qualifying rounds of the 2022 Skyway Grand Prix. He went away, he retooled, and he never took his eyes off the prize. Congratulations, sir. There you have it, another tournament down and another driver crowned champion. This season has been an absolute joy thus far. Stay tuned, however, for some big news dropping soon regarding the future of the channel and the evolution of our racing style. Until then, drive safely and always take the high road.